Hey everyone, Akari Enderwolf here with more ample adventures in Minecraft, and there's some Chozo ore. I was thinking before this episode and decided on exactly how I'm going to build the Nether portal area. But to do that, I'm going to need to build more of the road, up to the point where I branch off and go down to where I'll build the Nether portal underground. And for right now, I'm just gathering up some more resources. And eventually we're gonna need to have a quarry going somewhere. Not sure where yet, just somewhere. And we have a few options for that. So, like, the options we have are, well, one of them is actually right here. It's the industrial grade pulse beam, which hands out in a cylindrical shape. I don't know exactly how deep it goes, because I've never fully tested that myself, and I didn't bother asking Fire Emerald before now. But I have seen the range of it in a cylinder, which it's pretty decent range. And I might make one of these at some point. But to do that, I'm gonna need 2 diamonds and a whole lot of other stuff. Our other options are an ancient warfare quarry or good old-fashioned buildcraft. Most likely, I'm gonna wind up using the good old-fashioned buildcraft one in the long term, because that one is pretty sustainable. And once it's done, you can move it around easily to another large area. All you have to do is filter out the unwanted materials into a burning spot. Like, say you have a pipe that's submerged in lava. Just filter out all the unwanted materials, like cobblestone, for example, because we have an infinite supply of that. And then bam, you've got a huge quarry to gather tons of materials. Another thing that I'm eventually going to do is build what I'm going to call the magical greenhouse, which, oddly enough, involves this stuff right here. Minicio. Let's get rid of that. And what the magical greenhouse is going to do is grow our resources for us using magical crops. Oh, what did I picked up limestone. No, you go away, mushroom. We're gathering up small bits of iron ore right now. I don't even remember how much iron these little pieces of ore are worth. But it's still better to grab them than to leave them here. I know it'll take a few of them to get 1 ingot, but that's okay. And I'm gonna actually automate the magical farm through use of golems. Thaumcraft ones, that is. The Thaumcraft golems will be set to harvest and then gather up all the materials. So we'll have a constant source of essence coming in for each material type. Oh. That's full stack. I hear you, zombie. Let's actually do this so I can actually... I need to watch where I'm... how much I'm digging, because there's a lot of iron here. Well, I say a lot. It's probably gonna not amount to much, but it's still a lot of poor iron ore. And I've actually got an announcement about next week. Next week is going to be Space Week. Because you might have noticed that I mentioned before about potentially having Tron 2.0 end at the same time as Yomawari. Turns out that happened. I'm recording this after the fact, so the finale of Tron 2.0 and Yomawari are both going to wind up being this week without me really trying too hard to do so. Like, I didn't make the Tron episode extra long or anything, it's just normal length, but it still winds up ending right around the same point. If I had a thermal visor, I could see... Oh, no. No, wait, yeah, if I had thermal, I could see where that zombie is. Whatever. I'm pretty full on resources now anyway. There's still so much more ore. Like, it's ridiculous how much more iron ore there is to go still. We definitely want to gather up as much of this as we can right now, because eventually we're going to need it. Okay, yeah, I do have more space for this. That's okay for now. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly today. So let's... Oh, right, I have to take off something. Let's take off the pants so I can swim back up. And up we go. Luckily, I don't have to worry about poking my head out of this for oxygen, because it's a Metroid suit. It gives oxygen. Okay, re-equip the pants. I went to hit it with the left click, but no, it's right click to shoot. Right click to shoot because I'm used to right click. Yeah, Fire Emerald, if you see this, if you have any ability to edit the audio, maybe try turning it into a stereo sound. If not, I can do it for you. Feel free to ask. Oops. I like that missiles are dropping from those enemies now. I remember before they would only drop from like the Enderman and other rare stuff. There we go. I'm noticing my drops are disappearing when I pick them up, it seems. Or they're just getting flung about. Get into that. Get in there. Bad zombie. You stay down there and think about what you've done. Oh hey, there's that lapis sword. Well, let's see about tossing in all this poor iron ore. And I lost my train of thought. Right, the road, which I need to extend. I also need to work on better storage solutions. Give me 2 of those. And let's see, this is French cobblestone tiles. And that is there. And there. Oh wait, what? Oh, they're different. I grabbed the wrong French cobblestone. There they are. Next one over. Let's get the steel excavator out. Which I should have named the steel super shovel like I did the episode. Want the shipmaker too. As well. As we're making the road 3 blocks wide. And that vine's gonna stay there even though it's not gonna be on the tree anymore. And once I get the portal up and running, I will show you the reason why we need the Varia suit. One thing I have done in the past is that, like, in the past, one thing I did, dang it, AVG, stop it. Wish I knew how to set an exception for this. Okay, trying to say what I was going to say. Something I've done in the past for getting Varia suit to materials from the Nether is just go in, dig up as much as I can right next to the portal, chuck them through. Because entities hitting the portal will teleport. So by chucking the netherrack into the portal, it comes through to the overworld where I can retrieve it after dying. Like, I go in without anything other than the pickaxe with me. So that's how that works. Let's see, the warehouse is going to be here, so nether portal should be somewhere else. Maybe right about here. So dig up this tree, because it's going to be too close. We can do that. It's gonna be 4 blocks wide, so I don't have a shovel, so just dig out those extra blocks like this. We're gonna be doing a staircase down. Want to go down far enough that the entire structure for the portal will be underground. That worked out quite well. And we're going to be making a stone structure. Actually, let's see. There might be other materials I can use. Basalt brick. We haven't found a volcano yet, though. Kind of need one of those if we're going to use basalt. That could be something I do down the line, like get the basalt to replace whatever material I temporarily make the nether portal area out of. I'm just gonna take a look around right now to see if there's like a nearby volcano. My excavator should be able to dig this, right? Yeah, no problem. Good. I never tried digging gravel ore with an excavator before, so I didn't know if it actually counted properly as a shovel, because the Maddock doesn't. Which is weird. It's like we live in this nice valley, which I like. Like there's a nice huge amount of space here. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love watching the water come down. That is thumbnail worthy, that is. Hang on. Pausing simulation to allow, rendering to catch up. Because this actually does work to speed up how fast everything shows up. That seriously looks beautiful. Like, no joke. I accidentally took a screenshot. I go to get my HUD back and I get a screenshot instead. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not seeing a volcano. I am seeing a couple lag spikes. Let's see. Let's try and get up there, because I think I want to see what that material would look like. Andesite. Let's see what you look like. Well, that could be nice. Let's collect it anyway. Because even if I don't use it for the Nether portal, I might use it for something else. And I am going to extend these episodes to 25 minutes now. Because 20 wasn't really giving us much time to get stuff done. This is a decently sized chunk of andesite. And I do have ideas for how to light the area that'll make it look really cool. Hey, come here, blue slime. That's why I like having slime tool rods. When I make a hammer, I might put a slime part on that. Just so I can get more blue slime. It's nice to know that if I need slime, I can occasionally get some just by digging it. Of course, I can also just grow slime. Like with the slimy trees. I'm glad there's so many sheep around. Sorry. Like, seriously. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. I love the waterfalls. Like, seriously. Pomegranate. Pome. There's another nice lake. Looks to be a bit deeper than the other one. There's a great wood tree. It's like we're exploring the valley here. Because we're surrounded on all sides by tall, tall mountains. It's like a swamp really is like a good place to set up base during an amplified world. Oh, there's an apple tree. And that was an... That's an... Ah. Let's scan it. Sinister node. All sorts of stuff. I do not have the night vision visor yet. Excuse me. Yeah, I do know how to make a mono sound into a stereo sound. There's our ship. Just takes a little bit of work in Audacity. And I'm gonna do the digging of the lake in between episodes, because that's gonna take a while. Especially without the gravity suit. Like, even with the excavator, it's gonna take a while. I might even need a hammer for that. Anyway, let's take this. Let's decide what kind of blocks we want. Andesite bricks would work just fine. And that's for the walls. Wow. Let's see. Another portal is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall. We're gonna want to go down at least another 2. Dirt can go away, give me the copper. And I also want the marble for something else. Grapes. So we're gonna make the room 1 block bigger on each side, so we'll go forward another block before actually starting the room, so it'll be this wide by that tall. Good. Actually, we want that iron before I go covering it up. Okay, grapes. Just fill that in, and oops. Hey. And that's the timer. I'm going to work a bit more on this off camera. So that next episode, when we come back, it'll be a bit more complete. So that'll do it for this episode. If you liked it, leave a like and comment down below. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!